used to work 24/7, having customers both in the United States and in China. So I had to start very early and I had to stay very, very late. On top of that, I had at least 200 traveling days a year, and being so much away from my family really was both hard and stressful. I remember one day coming back from a business trip in Italy. I had a light but strange headache. And the day after that, the headache was really, really bad. So my wife decided to take me to the doctor. And the doctor took a quick look at me, sat down at her desk, picked up the phone and called for an ambulance. So I was taken to the hospital and immediately put into a CT scanner. But there wasn't anything to find. I think I was at the hospital for a day. All of a sudden I just felt like somebody really slapped the side of my face very, very hard. And the world just went black. After, I don't know how long, I woke up and I realized I couldn't move the left side of my body, and I couldn't feel anything on the right side. I wasn't able to speak very well, and I wasn't able to take in food by myself. But after some more CT scans, they actually discovered some scar tissues in the brain as a result of a blood clot. I had a conversation with my wife whether my daughter should come and visit me in the hospital. We weren't sure that was a good idea, and I think from my daughter's point of view it ended up being a very bad idea, because she was really, really scared seeing her father lying there with all those tubes and hoses and machines. She got really, really scared. And that made me realize that the most valuable thing that we as people have is actually time. Time with our loved ones and time to do the things that we really like to do. So even though the doctors wasn't very positive and didn't give me much chance of a full recovery, I just decided then and there that I had to get back to being 100% me, and perhaps even better. After waking up in the hospital, I made a plan for myself for rehabilitation. Unfortunately, the hospital only had 1 hour of training a day, so I had to make my own plan. Training for 4 hours, sleeping 4 hours, training 4 hours, sleeping 4 hours. And I believe after 4-5 weeks on the cross trainer, I was actually able to walk by myself. Not very fast and not very secure, but at least walk again. Getting on the cross trainer was in the beginning a goal in itself. But after I got up there, training started to go really, really fast. mostly because of the left and right coordination. However, I also realized quickly that my pulse was getting too high, too fast. So I started falling off again off the cross trainer because I got dizzy. Then I realized I could use some pulse detection in my ear, and they helped me by getting me voice notifications when my pulse got too high. So I could keep myself within a certain limit and making sure that if it was racing too fast, I could slow it down again.
Intense zone, slow down to reach your target.
So it was also time to consider to getting back to my job. However, I couldn't shake the feeling that the job was somehow connected to the situation I got in. So I made an agreement with my company that our ways should part. I should start prioritizing my life a lot better. Spending more time with the things that created value for me. That being, of course, training and being with my family. When I was 15, I, like most other boys, had a room full of posters with Lamborghinis and Ferraris. And I remember then making a promise to myself that I should actually own a Ferrari before I was 50. Going through this experience, not being sure if I would ever reach 50, I decided to ask my wife politely, and I actually pulled the blood clot card on her, and she agreed. Finally, a dream came true. I owned a Ferrari. It just brings a lot of joy to my life. Driving it is, of course, very, very fun, but it's also very, very expensive. So mostly I use it for charity. That means I drive for Children's Cancer Foundation, Children's Heart Foundation, or various charity events driving with children from hospitals. It might be a bit corny or double standards, or actually selfish, but seeing other people so happy, children so happy about the car, remembering how happy I felt, actually also makes me even more happy. This whole experience have really learned me how to value time, and my advice to anyone else would be, don't wait for a blood clot or any other symptoms of stress. Slow down, enjoy the life.